So, da sind wir wieder bei Manga-Style. Eine Nachricht. Das haben wir hier auch noch. Die Simulation habe ich, das habe ich durch. Ja, das habe ich soweit durch, oder? Zwei von drei, ja. Das meiste. So, noch Divergentes Universum. Dann den normalen Guide. Belohnung habe ich schon alle abgeholt. Das sieht ja finster aus, dann mit Warpen. War ich gestern noch nicht da, habe ich wieder 60 Stellaria. Das ist ja schon mal ein Sechstel von einem.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Die 160.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Ein Drittel von einem goldenen Los. Ein Drittel von der 0,2% Chance, 0,1% Chance, weil es ja 50-50. Ich glaube, es waren 0,2. Also 1 zu 1000. Das ist echt zu gering. 1 zu 1000.
May death protect us. As you wish.
Ja, dann ist es eigentlich die 90. Nach 90 muss er einen goldenen schmeißen. Und das ist zu 50%. Den du willst. Also, ein Drittel von einem 180. Chance. Es ist so ein lächerlicher Furz. Ich kann da mir keine Gedanken drüber machen. Ein 480.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Nee, noch weniger. 18 mal 3.
Embrace a new life.
54. Eine 540. Chance.
May death protect us. Wilt here.
Nein, mir ist anders gesagt, du müsstest 1,5 Jahre jeden Tag das Ding hier machen, damit du eine Figur kriegst. Oder ein Lichtkegel. Und wenn ich beides, dann brauchst du 3 Jahre.
Time to cleanse the field.
Es reicht einfach nicht mit der stellaren Jana, um alles zu kriegen. So ist das halt.
Embrace a new
Hin und wieder
life.
kriegst du mal was, dann kannst du dir den Arsch abfreuen, aber meistens ist es halt nicht. Du musst halt sparen. Du musst halt Figuren, die nicht so wichtig sind, musst du skippen,
Root here. Be of your body and mind.
damit du dann genügend hast, um die zu kriegen, die du willst. Und das sind ja, du brauchst 180 Stück. 180
All will be
mal
swept away by the wind.
160 kostet der Warp.
Everything in this
Du
world
hast 28.800. Das erinnert mich an mein altes Modem. 28.800 Stellariade, um das sicher zu kriegen. Also ein Teil. Runden wir mal auf 30.000 Stellariade.
may just protect
Auch
us.
noch nicht mal sicher, also mit guter Wahrscheinlichkeit.
As you wish. Yeah.
30.000 und wenn du dann den Nicht-Gegner hast, 60.000 Stellariade. Solltest du eigentlich auf deinem Konto haben. Ich glaube, ich habe gerade irgendwie 100. Tja,
Root here.
die haben mich völlig
As you
ausgetrocknet.
wish. Embrace a new life.
Das ist ja psychologisch so, dann, dass du dann doch zu Echtgeld greifst. Dann wird es ja auch irgendwie mal dreimal umgerechnet.
Eternal.
Du musst erst Diamanten kaufen, damit du Goldtaler kaufen kannst, damit Juwelen kaufen kannst, die dann eintauschen kannst gegen Muscheln und die Muscheln musst du dann dem Magier geben. Der fragt bei der Kräuterhexe nach, die macht einen Trank und dann
All will be
erscheint
swept
ein
away
Topf
by
voller
the
Gold,
wind.
den du eintauschen kannst gegen...
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Extra so gemacht, dass man da die Übersicht verliert.
Embrace a new life.
Und dann, ach komm, das kannst du gönnen und den auch und den auch und den auch. Und dann aber ist noch mit Kreditkarte. Und dann guckst du am Ende des Monats auf deinen Kontoauszug und sagst, ja, wo sind denn die 10.000 Euro hingegangen? Ach, ich habe mir 2, 3 Figürchen gekauft.
As you wish.
Ja, die ist nichts mehr mit zurückgeben.
Be of your body and mind.
Existence is unity.
As you wish.
Was, Katze im Sack? Da müsste es eigentlich auch so Verbraucherschutz geben und sagen, ja, wenn du so und so viel ausgegeben hast für die Figur, aber du hast ja nicht die Figur gekauft. Du hast ja die Chance gekauft, eine Figur zu kriegen. Das haben die ganz geschickt gemacht.
Eternal.
Weil sonst könnte man vielleicht vor Gericht dann noch durchbringen, ja, die Figur, die gefällt mir nicht, ich habe ja 14 Tage Rückgabe und ich habe sie ja vorher nicht gesehen und die ist viel schwächer als das, ich mir gedacht, die will ich nicht, ich habe da ja Figur wieder, gib mir mein Geld wieder. Nee, das geht ja nicht. Du hast ja nur die Chance auf eine Figur. Ja, dann müsste man eigentlich wieder sagen, das ist illegales Glücksspiel. Für Glücksspiel brauchst du eine Lizenz. Und die sagen, nee, das ist ja kein Glücksspiel. Weil die Muscheln haben wir ja in Gold, haben wir in Diamanten, haben wir in ja.
As you wish.
Also wie es drehst und wendest, eigentlich ist es wahrscheinlich illegal. Aber wenn deine Kohle erstmal dann von einer Kreditkarte abgezogen ist, dann von irgendeinem amerikanischen Unternehmen, wo die Kreditkarte irgendwie ansässig ist, dann nach China, ja, da kriegst du Geld auch nicht wieder, ne? Das weg ist weg, ne? Kannst du in China klagen, kannst dir einen chinesischen Anwalt holen. Du kannst persönlich hinfliegen. Ja, müssen jetzt gar nicht drauf einlassen auf sowas. Komm, heil mich mal. Wo müssen diese... Achso, sie hat ja den Segen. Sich Segen bringt Regen. Nee. Regen bringt sich nasse Erde. Nee. Ja, wie war denn das jetzt? Durchfegen bringt Regen? Hört auf zu fegen. Es regnet draußen. Eine Fiktion. So, ich wollte mal gucken. Ja, haben wir das hier noch. Na, ich habe noch ein bisschen. 1600 wollte ich abwarten, ne? Damit ich dann nicht mehr diese Einzeldinger machen muss. Also warten wir noch ein bisschen. Aber ich kann ja mal hier... Wir können uns mal die Story antun. Kein Geschenk vom Autor. Kein Geschenk vom Autor. Naja, dann. Vielleicht finde ich die Geschichte durchgelesen habe. Also, hier habt ihr nochmal eine Zusammenfassung.
A good student, who often did stupid things,
was the assessment from the Litovchist sage.
An excellent healer, who fails at all scholarly means.
Was the assessment from the noticed sage.
A shining child who also burns away her own life's rays.
Was the assessment from the erythrokeramist sage.
A fool who was always wreathed in smiles, while drowning in a weighty and pitiful dream.
Was the assessment from the Newsporist sage.
SciFi? SciFi, bist du
The
das?
girl had visited all the schools during her time studying at the Grove. She refused to become a scholar, despite her exemplary grades.
Instead of increasing this world's knowledge, I prefer to reduce its pain.
While the sages faced her words in silence, the Newsporist sage alone decided to hire her as assistant post-haste.
An apprentice who spends wisdom is more precious than scholars who hide knowledge away.
The faded twilight courtyard, long eroded by time, now shelters a girl, the sole heir of her lineage. Loneliness accompanied her days, till the sage of the Caprists visited her and brought her a chromatic pony with a grin.
It may be the Eye of Twilight's creation in times gone by, for it shines with the sky's rainbow hues within.
Could it be the warlike winged beast of her father's tales? But the sleepy, dreary-eyed pony before her was soft as freshest plucked cotton. The girl still took this gift, for from the little creature, she smelled the scent of clouds distant.
If it weren't for her, I would have suffered more accusations.
The Newsporism sage says in admission, the scholar is coming to deliver arguments and reproach, often stopped before the door, not coming to fruition. For the girl before the door soothed their blazing anger, like the soft clouds, gentleness in cumulation.
Do you know what sacrileges he has committed?
The girl muddles her answers, yet her heart knows in full admission.
Like you and me, he too wishes to heal all of this world's afflictions.
The girl treated ailments for many years in the Grove, composing her medical treatises into tomes. When scholars seek medical help, she realizes with a startle that kindness too can grow into its own bloom. By that time, the twilight already lost their eyes, and the world drowns in evernight, while the girl and the healer again traverse the world in gloom. Seeing the golden thread and ivy in the night, Though it has been long since she recalled her past, she once again thinks of her childhood dream.
Should the sun be dimmed by destiny's decree, then the dawn that heals the world I shall replace.
On the day that the grove fell, he accepted his defeat and demise, as if embracing truth and heresy.
Believe in Titans, and you'll have a happy death. Deny the Titans, and you'll have a fulfilling death.
Yet as the lightened soul bids farewell to its heavy shell, a Titan made an untimely call.
Do not be startled, child of humanity. You have a final query in this world.
You finally came.
He does not seem shocked, and lets the core flame take over his shell.
Be more punctual next time, if you will.
Upon his first meeting with the Titan, the blasphemer is already on his best behavior. And towards the suggestion to reforge his body, he paid no mind.
I have so kindly offered you the best body. So why do you insist upon your mortal imperfection?
The scholar replies in candor.
Only by retaining the various flaws can my humanity be preserved in rigor.
His form remains in the mortal realm, while his spirit walks the river of soul shores. Between life and death, he fatigues, dwelling in the child of humankind's thoughts and senses. The Titan cannot bear to remain a mere spectator.
Why not ask me your questions, child of humanity? I am rich in wisdom, and shall speak with no ambiguity.
As though an unspoken pact, the scholar asks the god about all things, feigning a humble quest for knowledge.
Do you treat me just as a way to answer questions? A mere machine?
The Titan got what they asked for.
You should thank me, for good questions are rarer than good answers.
Compared to the joy of a new life, the scholarly breakthrough, carried home alongside death, filled the scholar's heart with more fervor. He returned to the Scourged Grove many times, and the Black Tide followed. Despite his defeats, he never sought help or permission. But at every desperate moment, the Titan would eventually take over one half of his body. The union of man and God, a flawed and clumsy choreography. It happened but once, a perfect harmony. One man, one God, speaking in one breath.
Stop stepping forward at the same time as me.
The Titan once revealed the secrets of mixing life, a boon seemingly a blessing, but full of malice.
What a tempting bait. But that's not my desired chalice.
Divine power is within his reach, but the scholar is not moved by that essence. This long and abnormal temptation is also a trial of elevation. For the sage can achieve all things, but shortcuts alone he abhors with silence.
Teacher, in this tumultuous world, have you thought about your will?
It was just a joke. But the scholar still at the Grove answered with extreme caution. He has much to say about his posthumous affairs, exhausting all, fearing the smallest omission.
Teacher, could it be that you fear death?
The assistant asks in concern. It was a question needed, yet he gave no direct reply.
Philosophy is the inquiry into death, and I have always considered myself a philosopher.
The assistant recounts all the scholar's final wishes, each mighty as a mountain, asking what seemed impossible.
The tombstone must be made of my treasured rare stones, carved with Dromus patterns.
But that stone is a miracle of alchemy. Tough beyond measure, no chisel could have shaken.
That's also his plan.
The assistant softly reveals the hidden plot.
He hopes that instead of shedding tears over his death, we will find it in us to smile, even in a moment of sorrow.
It's rumored that in the depths of the Grove, the scholar left a teaching ingenium, imitating himself to the utmost detail.
Go back. The living have not exhausted their thoughts. Go back. The dead have no desire to teach their works.
The ingenium's words are cold and detached, like the deceased man himself.
But if you have no one to talk to, fine. You can sit and converse.
Now, the Grove is no longer bustling, and the scholar has returned to dust. Thus, few in this world now know how he was also troubled by solitude in life. Someone once suggested,
perhaps your ambition should also find its place among your final wishes.
Pointless notion.
He dismissed in derision.
Unveiling the countenance of the gods is a task for the living.
Perhaps that is his haughty position. Such a melancholy topic. Yet he insists on feigning a twist, avoiding it altogether. Perhaps these chapters should not be retained. Most are from the scholar's handwritten drafts, shown without his permission. Yet there seems to be a voice there in remonstration.
It's just the past. What harm is there in revelation?
Even in passing, his hubris still resounds in reverberation.
The smaller a thing is, the more it shows its weight. The more foolish my name is, the more glory my achievements will be in comparison.
As always, to perceive the man's fury, one must do so 7,000 paces away. The Kremnos he guards is once again shrouded by mist. Rust, blood, and fire are the ceremonial ode to the demigod. There is no one to witness or to give cheers of glory. The final Kremnos festival goes on without end. The victor shall embrace death and silence, and his glory will only be remembered by the defeated array. For that man, laws and seals no longer have meaning. War and battle never cease for a single minute, each passing day indistinguishable, morning and night entwined. The corpses pile up, filling ravines, forming mountains strong. He carved time with peak's edge, and counted the fleeting years by fires of war. Sometimes the lion would climb to the hilltop, to look down on the world and search for friends in longing. The distant heavens and earth stretched vast and boundless, but their endlessness felt ever more remote. Like Nikador, he cannot escape madness's clutches. Guarding the city alone and embroiled in war, the murmurs of the Black Tide constantly sound in his ears. Yet a flame soars up his chest every moment, casting light upon the indomitable path behind him. Memories seal the echoes of the past as the man strides into battle, fists clenched fast. He is the wound this world must bear, the new king before whom old gods despair. As stated in Idonia's poems, humans are born with eyes closed to accustom to this world's light, and their sight fades in old age to reacquaint with night's anthems. But the man did not bow to the decay of time, rejecting the lure of death's call. With each return from the brink of death, his eyes burn with fury, fixed upon his foes, until everything suddenly faded away, like a surging black tide, swallowing all into nothingness. The world dissipates in the roiling black tide's requiem. Even the lion will one day die, a departure with no way back. With a sudden fall, his pierced chest hits the ground, and slowly flowing into the underworld is his golden blood departing his system. But that gaze, fierce as flame, never dimmed, not even in death. Looking beyond those flame-seeking figures, reaching far toward the endless horizon. In the morrow's sky, the stars will chant. The lone king of Kremnos is called Mighty. His journey was one of ceaseless, eternal warfare. And behind him, he left a world ablaze with glory. The two girls frolicked in the wheat fields, fleet as doe deer, making ripples in the shallow puddles.
Was ist das für ein blöder Text?
Clear. As dusk approaches,
Naja.
the exhausted girls collapse over the wheat heaps, talking about their longings and dreams
Irgendeine KI
of
generiert.
literature, love, and a journey through a world dear.